We are live. Let's go. All right. So a little bit behind here, but round 4 of the Aero League Racing Tier 4 Championship. I am the dude, Tier 2 driver, and we're gonna get this race fired up here. So on pole we have Auto, P1 on the grid for him, and the Lexus. I like that Continental livery. Hell yeah. Seacoach P2 qualifying. Cunning qualified P3. Gunmad P4. JMS P5. Amy P6. Pyro P7. LMS P8. Jordy P9. Don't know if this is a new reserve driver or if they changed their name, but he seems to be new to this week. Nath. I'm gonna call him Nath. O'Leary. Vidvir. S. Kelly, and Ruffles in the PlayStation livery at the back.
Who is that handsome driver parking in the first grid slot?
Oh no.
I'm ready with my spin counter for Pyro.
Oh no. Oh no, we have we have audio comments on. Oh, okay, let me take a quick peek, see if we can fix this. uh Big L. Big L. Audio. Overlays. Chat to speech. Yeah, let's turn that off. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Just in case. Just in case. All right. We're ready to go here. Let me pop this stream up so I have the comments. Skinsy says, leave the comments on. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. Let's go buck wild with it. Only because Skinsy said. Only because Skinsy said I am gonna turn the volume down though. All right.
Them anyway.
Whatever, Skinsy. I don't want to hear it. All the lights are on here.
Time to drop some F-bombs.
Let's fire it up here. On Dragon Trail Seaside. This sprint coming into turn 1. And cutting firm with a move by Otto, as Otto's a little bit of a moment there, and here comes the most exciting part of the day. Will we make it through the death chicane safely? And oh, a great camera angle here. You know what? A great job from Tier 4. Everybody makes it through the death chicane relatively safe. I have a little bit of a mix-up here. So we got Cutting Firm. He's up into P1. Auto's dropped down to P3 as he's been overtaken by Gunmat. Seacoach, P4. Amy here. Battling with JMS. Go on board here. Oh, and the BMW team gonna do a little double overtake there on Amy, so Amy loses 2 spots to that section. Now Jordy's gonna try and go around the outside here. And Jordy gets a move done. But Amy, oh, that's, yikes. Yikes, that's a tough one for Jordy there. He gets bumped off the track, he loses 2 positions. Lap 1 incidents now penalized double in Aero League Racing, has new rules coming in. This is the first week of it, actually, I believe. So Cunningford crosses the line, P1, sizable gap from Gunmat on lap 1 here, as he starts the breakaway. Otto and Seacoach, as now we come into the death chicane for one more round here. Let's see if they make it through. Everybody making it through the chicane pretty alright here. As Nismo must have maybe had a moment as he's back all the way at the back of the pack. I don't think he qualified back there, so maybe a small something or other. Pretty easy track to have a moment in here, to be fair. Go on board with Gunmat as he's lagging about, as the BMWs are bearing down on him. BMW's real good through Sector 2 here. They really love those mid to high speed corners. Gunmat maybe forming a little bit of a train here. Oh no! Otto! I'm going on board with Otto here. What's happened? Oh. Just be careful on the rejoin there, Otto. That could have been bad, but luckily there was some ghosting there, unfortunately. But Otto was down to P7. Sorry to host you like that. But Cunningford driving away right now with this one. Just having a blast. Let's go on board with Pyro here. As he's found his way up into P4. As now Amy has wedged a gap between JMS and his teammate, Pyro. And we're coming back through the death chicane again. Only a matter of time until it claims its first victim of the day, or maybe it already has.
This is torture to watch.
This torture to watch. That's not so bad so far. But S. Kelly's definitely had a moment, as they are now all the way at the back here. Oh, a nice little kiss of the wall there. We love to see that. RX Vision, great car here. Really like this track. And let's go on board with JMS now through this section, as we know his car is pretty good through here.
I wasted so much potential.
Otto wasting potential, and that's unfortunately sometimes just the way the sprint goes. One small little mistake and next thing you know you drop 6 positions. So on board with JMS here. Amy getting a little rambunctious, word of the day. Amy goes a little bit deep. That's going to let Jordy kind of snug up here. Oh. What has happened? What has happened to Seacuch? Oh no. Is he going to cut this? Yeah. Oh, the death curve on the outside. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Gets damage. Oh, and gets reset to track. That's a weird one, but that drops him all the way down to probably P11 here, as he's going to lose that position easily to Vidbeer. That puts an even larger gap for Cunningford here, as they're just running away with this one. Let's go on board with Jordy here. Actually, maybe with Amy, as they're a little closer. Oh, JMS decides not to go side by side with the death chicane on his own teammate. Probably a good idea. And again, all clean through the death chicane here, as now Otto begins his recovery. JMS getting channeling his inner Pyro there on the exit. A little bit of a half spin. And from now on, Tier 4, I think my new leverage against you guys is I will do the Tier 4 commentary when Pyro finally does this week. And round 4 and round 5 of commentary, as he's now 2 weeks behind on his commentaries. So, shout out to Pyro for not doing Tier 2 commentaries, and shout out to Pyro for not doing the Nations Cup commentaries still. And shout out to Pyro for spinning. Alright. So far kind of pretty straightforward race here. Everyone's just kind of single file. know, just kind of hanging out. Otto might have a move here on Jordy coming down in turn 1. Let's hang out here and take a look.
I was going to say, you fell behind on tire 4 comms while giving Pyro stick for it face with tears of joy. Is he supposed to do NC comms?
Yeah, Pyro's supposed to do, I believe it's a 14-hour Nations Cup stream where he commentates every Nations Cup race. Also,
still claims that he will do NC comms.
Yeah, exactly. And oh, and there's our first death. Let's go, Jordy. What happened here? Let's take a ride on board with the Toyota Supra. Shout out Simon.
Shaming poor Pyro. I love it.
Oh, Pyro's always going to get the comm shame because he specifically asked last week, guys, should I do comms this week or wait until I'm at my girlfriend's and have a better mic? Then he got a new mic before going to his girlfriend's and still didn't do comms. So
have to do NC Wiki still.
Pyro is slacking. So Tier 2 is probably the tightest championship battle of all the tiers right now. And we're missing the last 2 weeks of races. So Pyro, figure it out. Stop playing UFC or WWE and do your comms. Come on, let's figure it out here. Yes, figure it out. All right, back to the action. Amy somehow has pulled Pyro's pants down and bent him over her knee. In other news, Pyro's probably gonna spin. And yeah.
I think turn the text to speech off, haha. It is interrupting you more than anything.
Oh, 100% text to speech is 100% distracting me, but you know what? It's way more fun. Way more fun like this. Oh, little battle. Vidvier on Seakutch. And I wouldn't be distracted if you weren't in here, Skinsy. You know, I can't focus when you're around. ALR bromance at its finest here on Tier 4 comms. As Cunningford continues to pull away, and Vidvier just barely safe. Wow. Very sketchy moment for him.
Love you, babes.
Cutting firm comfortably in P1. This guy's on another level right now. Don't even... No one's got a chance with if he keeps this pace up for the next race as well. Pending no death chicane race, this will be a double win with that kind of pace, as he's over a second and a half quicker than P2 on their fastest lap. So yeah, get wrecked. All right, so let's stick with Pyro here because you're guaranteed to spin. Two things you can count on from Pyro: spinning and saying he's going to do things he doesn't do. Like I said, I know he doesn't watch these, so he'll never hear me taking the piss out of it. So he's built up a nice gap here on his teammate JMS.
Shall I copy and paste Hamlet in here? For text to speech to read all of it.
I mean, you could. You could. That is a thing you could do, Otto. Honestly, not a lot going on track here. Everybody's just kind of fair gaps. Not a lot of battling. Nate's gonna tuck in behind Jordy here. Through the death chicane. Oh my goodness, bleeds off a ton of speed just to make sure he makes it through. S. Kelly is just in no man's land after a minute and 55 lap. So definitely something happened there. Otto and O'Leary side by side through Sector 2. Advantage Lexus, a little bit better of a handling car.
Just paste a paragraph from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I'll just copy and paste the last 3 messages from Skinsy and I's Discord's private message. And that'll be enough. Might get us a YouTube strike though, so we gotta be careful. Alright, somebody please have an on-track battle here. Oh, Pyro's made it back past Amy. So, let's just stick with this one. This seems to be really the only thing going on track here.
I love Vidveer's livery.
Vidveer's livery. We'll take a look back at it here. Pyro defends on the inside. Through the death chicane. Amy bleeding off a lot of speed. Pyro hitting the wall. Amy goes for the lunge. Oh. Wow, look at that. A little bit of a flash of the hazards, maybe saying my bad for the contact. Take the position back. Love to see that. JMS bearing down on Amy now. Ooh, a little bit of a slap on the...
Almost made it stick.
A little bit of a slap on the butt there from JMS. JMS going to look down the inside here. Amy's going to put the car right in the middle. And JMS sends it. Oh, and there's contact. Aye, JMS. Aye, aye, aye. Ah, that's an awkward one. That's a little bit of an awkward pass for me. But on we go. On we go. Autos in no man's land here. P6. Vidveer with the Herbie livery. Didn't bring him luck last week in Sardinia. Doesn't look like it's bringing him luck here again. Seacutch on the back of O'Leary.
Gonna dip in a minute. Bathurst 12-hour starts at past.
Righty. And Seacutch gets a move done down in the turn 1 here. And through the dash chicane, Larry falls in. Oh, but Seacutch goes for... Oh, and Ghosting saves another life. Just taking a look at that one. Clip that right side wall. So, tough luck there. He's got damage. He's going to get caught by Vidveer most likely and passed on the following corner. And now Amy has fallen off the back of Pyro. JMS. Amy overtook JMS somewhere. So we're going to stay here for a little bit. This is the closest on-track battle. As we come for... This will probably, I guess, be the last lap, actually. Except for Cunningford. He might be the only one to do an extra one. No, he's not going to get one done. Easy, easy victory for Cunningford. Just no contest. In a different league than these guys. Great job. Gunmad. Going to come across in P2, a pretty large margin of victory there. Pyro's going to come P3, Amy's going to come P4. JMS, P5. Auto is going to beat O'Leary to P6, it looks like. Yeah, O'Leary P7. What happened there? LMS is going to come P9, Jordy P10 after his visit with the Death Chicane. Ruffles P11. Nath P12, Vidveer P13. And then S. Kelly, after lap 6, just having a rough go, is what we'll say here. Not having a good time. As we Tokyo drift through the last sector here onto the straight. All right, on the feature race. So good finish for Cunning there, as he gets an easy win. He just literally drove away from everyone. So we'll quickly load up the feature here and get this fired up.
Someone calling.
No, that was my Fast and Furious mock music there. I was just a little late on the trigger. All right, here we go. So, S. Kelly, P1, Vidvir P2, reverse grid, rolling start. See how this fares in the turn 1. We got 40 minutes of racing. So S. Kelly is going to be on the medium tire. Vidvir is behind on the soft, so we'll see how this plays out. Vidvir are going to look to overtake Kelly as soon as possible. Nath also on the softs.
In my livery, not showing.
Ruffles on the mediums, Jordy on the softs. So we got lots of different strategies here. And then towards the back, everybody is on the mediums. So it looks like no real issues through the death chicane, maybe. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on here? A little bit of a conundrum. Pyro just says, get out of my way, JMS. Face the wall. I don't care that you're my teammate. I'm still going to push you into the wall. Oh no! Oh no! What's happened? No. Cutting third after a flawless sprint race. Ooh. Bit of a... Oh. Oh. JMS. After getting absolutely stapled to the wall by his BMW teammate, Pyro. Oh, JMS loses it on the curb. Oh, and then just goes into the back of Cunning. He waits for him. But that's tough for Cunningford. Oh, that's unfortunate. Super unlucky. But at least JMS waited. Probably didn't have to there, to be honest. But glad that he did. Jordy makes a nice move down the inside on his teammate, Supra. Ruffles up in the P5 here. We got still a bunch of guys kind of tight here. Nismo's on the inside. Seacoach on the outside through the chicane. He's going to tuck in. And he's probably going to look to make a move in turn 1. So we'll see what this RX Vision can do. He pulls down the inside. But Nismo, I think, had the slip of Ruffles in front. So that's going to help him. But Seacoach might... Oh, what happened there? Nismo, did he just go deep? Come on board here and take a peek. Yeah, he just has a tough time getting on the brakes there. And... Oh, but he gets a great exit. Wow. I thought for sure he was going to surrender that position. But he did a terrific job taking the momentum and holding on to that on the outside. Pyro down to P10. What happened? Oh, no, he didn't have an issue. He just was down there from the start. Alright, not a problem. Otto. It's by O'Leary here into the death chicane. As he's trying to catch on to the back of Seacoach here to join in with this three-way battle ahead. Seacoach down the inside. Nismo touches a bit of the dirty pavement there. And that's going to get him the position, but he's in the slip of Ruffles. He might get back by him here into Sector 2. Tough area to go side by side through. Yeah, Nismo falls. That's a great decision from Nismo there. To just fall in behind Seacoach and live to fight another day here rather than losing both of them time. Ruffles has a little bit of a moment. Seacoach has to let off to not slam into the back of him. That's going to cause him to lose his momentum. Oh! What a mess here. As Otto's going to have an opportunity here to probably grab 3 positions in one at this rate. Ruffles is off track. Amy's going to sneak through. She's going to get like 4 positions as the chaos in front is just a mess. Amy has the inside line through the chicane. She leaves lots of space. Great driving there. And O'Leary's off. What a mess. Ruffles just moving so slowly here through some of these sections. And O'Leary just, I think, receives just a tiny tap. Watch it one more time. That sends him into the grass. So he's following Amy through. Oh no, he just goes deep. He just goes a little deep. Maybe a little bit understeer for some dirty air. As Jordy up into P1 now, as he should, as he's on the racing softs. Kelly just trying to stay in the slip of Jordy as long as they can. Just trying. Oh, no, that's not how you do it. That's definitely not how you do it. Vidvir following suit, leaving in a souvenir for the wall. And that's going to help Jordy pull away even further. So Amy all the way up into P5, just cutting through the pack. Pyro failing to get anything done, just like his commentaries, as he's down in P12. As we're starting to spread out here, as the pace of the pack is splitting everybody up. So this looks like the closest battle on track for now, these 4. So we're going to stay with this for a little bit, as Seacoach is on S. Kelly. S. Kelly's going to leave the inside wide open. Pending Seacoach gets on the brakes and hits this apex, this is going to be an easy overtake. There we go. Gun Mad goes around the outside maybe of S. Kelly. Let's take a look at this one, as he's quite far back. But S. Kelly takes such a compromised line. A little bit of a wiggle. Oh, and then just almost drives to the back. Seacoach has to let off, loses momentum. Gonna lose 2 positions from that mistake. And Ruffles on the inside. Ruffles backs out. Ruffles says, I'm gonna live to fight another day versus the chicane here. These 3 are tight through the middle sector here. Will Otto make a move here? No, tucks in behind. Oh! Never mind. Put his nose in, was a little curious, but Jag fending off the Lexus right now fairly well. Jag with a little bit more top end than the Lexus, so very unlikely for Otto to try and get the position here on the straight. Gonna have to look to probably make a move through some of the corners.
When will Pyro ever win again?
Pyro will win again as soon as he gets his commentaries done. That's when Pyro will win. The GT gods just know that he will not have his day until he catches up on all his promises. It's JMS down in P14 as Cunning has pulled away since their incident on lap 1. Cunningford on his recovery drive, luckily on the medium tire, so still going to have a chance here to salvage some positions. I'm going to stick with this battle as I think this is the closest one on track, as Jordy has extended his gap massively. And we'll see here, the RX Vision might have a good run on Amy here in the turn 1. Amy puts it in the middle. Leaves no room for Seacush. And they're gonna follow suit here. On board with Otto as we approach the death chicane. Carrying a bit more speed through there than Kelly. Will Otto have a run? Tough area to make an overtake in, as you need to really get this line right to carry speed through. Takes the line well, gonna have a fair chance to make a move here through this downhill hard left. But S. Kelly holding on nicely to P7. As Vidveer not quite closing the gap on Nath here. A little bit slower per lap. Seacush got by Amy somewhere, but Amy gonna stick with this one now for a little bit, as Amy is right on the bumper. And again, just not a lot going on track. A ton of difference in pace here between each driver. And I think it's leading to a lot of just single file. And honestly, a tough track to get overtakes done on. You really have turn 1, and then the downhill hard left after sector 2 that they're approaching right now. Other than that, good luck. JMS just still out in no man's land here after the incident. Jordy with the fastest lap of the race, but not surprising right now as he's on the soft tires. And Vidbeer seems to maybe be slowly closing the gap here on Nath. So we'll see if this becomes a battle here within the next couple laps. Seacoach has extended the gap on Amy. She's fallen off a little bit. And then Gunmad has fallen off the back of her. So again, no real battles right now. Scrolling through, I mean, the closest three guys on track are really 10th through 12th. With Cunning Firm cutting his way back through the field. After he was accidentally spun at the start of Sector 2. Vidbeer here, seeing if he can just get into the slip of that Supra. Just for a little extra toe. Both on the soft tires, literally identical tire wear on these two guys here. Look at the space inside of this thing. Could have a whole picnic in there. And again, just a lot of space between all the cars right now. As Cunning is up in a P10, he clears O'Leary quite easily. So nothing going on the track here besides the eventual battle between the Supra and the Beetle. So we'll hang on with this one until maybe something else develops. Coming into the pit window maybe here for guys on softs within the next 2 to 3 laps. Oh no, Vidbeer. Vidbeer goes off track, into the wall, gets some suspension damage to his rear left. And that's gonna let Seacoach potentially squeeze by him, or at least put him in range for Seacoach to get a draft down the straight and potentially make an overtake into turn 1, as that damage is still lingering around. So it just falls off now. Let's see what we got here. RX Vision just flying in a straight line against that Beetle there. Wow. As the Seacoach tries to make a move, the Beetle just gets it done and defends. Vidbeer holds on to P3 for now. But Amy is also lurking in the background here, waiting to see if she can maybe steal a position. Cunning Fern. Oh, I don't know if I like that one. Don't know if I like that one. Cunning Fern tries to make a move, gets on the brakes late, and just pushes Kelly off the track for position and continues to drive off. Don't know if that was in the steward's room, but for me that's an easy penalty there. You can't do that. So S. Kelly now with his teammate right on his back, as Ruffles has dropped down to P14. Maybe a death chicane here, but dirty tires into the death chicane is never something you want to see. I can already envision this.
At all that race.
No reports at all that race. Very surprising, Otto. As for me, that's an open and close. That's a penalty. That's a 5-second, 1 penalty point. Push to pass. Well, that's why I'm not a steward. So we'll hang out here. Again, just kind of a boring race. Everything as is. People just by themselves. Jordy's into the pits here on lap 10. His tires are cooked. That Supra not the best on tires, but maybe it's a Jordy issue because his teammate not having the same issue he is. Nath has at least an extra 2 laps in there. At least 2 laps. Maybe 3. So we'll stick with Nath here. And we're going to see if this his better tire wear is going to benefit him, even though his teammate had more pace. So we'll see where he slots out after his pit stop. Jordy comes out in traffic. Oh no, in front of O'Leary and S. Kelly. On the fresher medium, so luckily doesn't have to battle them. So that's a win for him. He should slowly drive away from them here. So Nate's going to go around for another lap, I'm assuming. No doubt can almost pull off a full tank here with that tire wear. So we'll see if anyone pulls in the pits. Oh wow, Nate's going to pull in the pits on lap 11. I definitely think could have gone 1 more lap. Maybe 2. Those tires have tons of tread left on them. But in he comes. And we'll see. He's not gonna, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. As Jordy is going to hold on to his tentative lead position right now. Now Amy on the back of the beer. We've now hit the halfway point of this race. Again, not a ton going on right now as Amy's going to dive into the pits here. It'll be interesting to see how far back now of Nate she comes out. Nate should be ahead, but Amy's also going to be on the soft tire now, which means if Nate doesn't have a big gap, he's going to be cooked. Oh yeah, Amy is going to be either in front or right on his butt coming out of the pits here. And look at that. Amy comes out in front of Nate on the soft tire. So that's tough for Nate there. Should have definitely stuck it out longer on that soft tire with the amount of tread that he had left there, for sure. And so the battle between Amy and Seacutch will continue, as Amy now has fresher tires as well after pitting a lap later. Jordy still with a massive lead though, wow. Although Vidveer is stretching those soft tires out all the way. We're on lap 13 here. I think Vidveer can probably, if he has the fuel for it, do one more lap. And he's gonna do it, one more lap. And I think that's the right call. Bring those soft tires as far as you can. Because even if we look at Gunmad on the mediums, well, Gunmad's doing actually a little bit better times on his worn mediums and these worn softs here, so. Otto just putting in an absolute session on these medium tires. Alright, here's the next wave of pit stops. JMS in off the mediums. Yeah, Otto, I would say probably one less lap on the mediums. If they're dead on this lap. Because for you guys, only a 23 lap race probably. And you should be able to take those softs at least 10. And even if you have to do an 11th lap for the 24th lap, a pair of dead softs is faster than a pair of dead mediums at the end of the day. So, food for thought for next race. If you have to choose between doing a lap on a dead medium tire or doing a lap on a dead soft, always go with the softs. Gunmad. Just no problem with tire wear at all. Definitely going to say maybe could have pitted earlier with that kind of wear. Maybe more around when Seacutch pit. As Cunning Fern has passed Seacutch, I believe. Oh no. So we'll see where Seacutch slots out here as he does his best lap of the race. Wow, 139.2, and that's going to set the fastest lap as he has extended the gap on Amy. So Vidveer down into P4. So the softs first, not working as well as he probably would have liked, but he does come out in front of Nate. But Amy and Seacutch are now on the better tire and they're gone. Smell you later. Jordy has a colossal gap on these two. And I don't think I see anyone catching Jordy at this time, pending some sort of death chicane. His laps on the mediums are great, mid 140s. So, unless he kills his tires, he should be feeling pretty comfortable right now. And again, not a lot going on track. We got Otto on Gunmad here. Let's take a look. like I said, no real battles going on. Such a spread out race. Everyone's pace is all over the place. So many different lap times going on that the pack is just naturally separating. So I think the closest battle for now is going to be Gunmad on Nath here, as Gunmad and Otto both are going to have the tire advantage here on that Supra. Oh, as he has a little moment. Oh no. Looks like he just lost it on the exit here. This is a very dangerous curve once you go over this halfway point right here, as the car gets unsettled. Yeah, and he just, weight gets messed up. Manages it to save it, but he's going to lose a couple positions in the meantime. Oh, and then spins across the track. That could have been bad. So that's really unfortunate for Nate there, as he was having a great race. Luckily for Gunmad, Otto, and Pyro, that means another free position. So they move up. Seacoach continues to pull away from Amy.
He saved it really well.
Yeah, it was a great save. That curb, for me, every time I touched it, it was a full 360 complete death. And that's an unreal time from the Aero Expedition there, 138.9. Extremely fast lap. So Jordy in cruise control. Probably only 6 or 7 laps left, depending on pace. As we'll stick with Otto on Gunmad here, as they've now cleared mid-gear, as something maybe happened. Missed that. Let's maybe take a looks like Vidveer just has a little bit of oversteer, trying to get on the power early here to defend this position. And that looked like a little bit of netcode. Nothing Otto did wrong there, but Vidveer's car definitely got offset by Otto, but that's not Otto's fault. That's good old GT7 netcode. So that's unfortunate for Vidveer. He jumps back a couple positions. And again, back to absolute nothingness from anyone in the field, minus Otto on Gunmad. So we're going to stick with this one. This is the only relevant battle right now for anything, until we start seeing some tire wear kick in, and maybe we'll have a couple visitors to the Death Chicane late in the race. Anything can happen. Oh, no! Otto! No, I was just about to say Otto goes blue in that sector. Oh my goodness. So on this, it just looks like a little bit of lag, but I'm guessing Otto on your replay, this probably shows you hitting the wall. That's so unlucky. I'd be lying if I said I didn't also do that in practice when trying to set a hot lap. So. Luckily, the grid is so spread out at this point. Otto really only loses, what, 1 position from that? 2 positions? Yeah. And now Pyro is trying to have a sniff at Vidveer, who is just falling.
Using the curb for rotation.
Yes. As Vidveer is just falling down on the mediums. falling down quicker than my faith in Pyro to do any sort of commentary. And Vidveer loses another one. JMS back up into P9 after a rocky start. Let's see how Cunningford is faring, actually. He's down in P11, so at some point JMS has gotten back by Cunningford. Cunningford maybe on that 142. A little bit of a moment, probably. Cunningford's going to have to clear an 8th here pretty quick, as he's on the better tire. As we see Seacoach's tires now starting to fall off a little bit. He still did a 139.4, which is pretty good, but Amy with a 139.3 and better tires.
With his commentary.
Pyro has all of Nations Cup to do still, and he has this race for Tier 2, and whatever we did last week. I don't even remember the track, it's already out there. Oh, and yeah, Barcelona. So he's also behind 2 weeks. So my new thing to Tier 4 is I will do your Barcelona commentary when Pyro does his commentaries. That's my leverage. I'm gonna use it. So, Tier 4. Get on Pyro's butt. Get on his ass. Let him hear it. Make him do his comms. Quite a boring race for this one, unfortunately. Just not a lot going on as Cunningford clears 8th. Just not a track that really... It's a very hard track, so anyone who had extra time to practice is definitely benefiting right now from the raw pace advantage. As I think you can see, look at the spread between Ruffles and Jordy. Just massive gap in pace. Jordy, look at the consistency there. 146, 140.6, 140.7, 140.9. We're gonna omit the 141.8, the 140.4, 140.2. Just banging out consistent laps. Love to see it. All of these guys, very consistent right now. 139.7, 139.3, 139.4, 139.3, 139.3, 139.6. Just banging out consistent laps. Top 3, showing why they're in the top 3 right now. Will Jordy the First live up to the name? Well, on my screen it just says Jordy, so I don't know. I drove this car last season. Everyone shit on it, including Pyro. Pyro used to shit on this car, but I think this is a great car. I had no problems with this one. So everyone's tires here slowly starting to just disappear. Amy now scrubbing her fronts up a little bit more. She was ahead of Seacoach on the tires.
You made a dodge out of it.
I made a dodge out of it. I did. But now we're in the Dodge. Now we're actually in the Dodge. I traded the Toyota Supra for a Dodge. I don't know why, but we did it, and so far it's been okay. Considering we've had quite a few handling tracks this season, it's been fighting with the meta cars. Racing against the Porsches and the GTRs, the BMWs. It is definitely the underdog car in that tier. And again, I'm just waiting for something to happen here. Oh! Ask and you shall receive. Let's take a look at this spin. This spin is sponsored by Pyro, king of spins. S. Kelly just not having a good time. Didn't have a good time in the sprint race. Not having a good time in the feature race. Definitely taking one out of Pyro's books there with a nice little spin. So, as now Jordy slowly approaches. Will S. Kelly get lapped? Maybe that's the most exciting thing we can watch on the track right now. As I catch Otto, oh my Otto, I am so sorry. I heard tires squealing and I just had to go back and check. Curiosity killed the cat. Smell you later. As soon as you get over this halfway point, as soon as you touch that red, you're dead. In the Dodge, I could not take this curb more than a quarter. Oh, man. Should be able to hold the position against JMS. Cunningford battled his way up to 8 after that lap 1 incident. That's a crazy recovery drive for both JMS and Cunningford, actually, because Cunningford was bumped by JMS after he lost it on the curb. Otto just lost it on. So they both put their head down. They didn't rage quit. You know, they just put laps in. And JMS, they're actually both going to get a tidy sum of points. Although I'm sure not the result Cunningford or JMS wanted. At the end of the day, you have to look at the totality of the race. Did you do the best you could do with the hand you were dealt? And for Cunningford, he was dealt a shitty hand on lap 1. And he has made the most of it. Never rage quit. That's my man, Otto. I have so much more respect for someone who will continue to do laps, even if they're, you know, the slowest on the track or just having a bad race, than someone who just, you know, quits out. Ask me about, what race was that? Grand Valley 2-hour endurance series, race 1. I finished 7 laps down on everyone. 27 pit stops. ALR record. And how are we looking here? Looks like we might have a battle
27
brewing. Yeah, 27 stops. That was not an over-exaggeration. I think Bomber actually counted them for me. 27 stops. And wow, Jordy is sweating.
Was tire wear that bad?
So tire wear is about even. C-Coach is on, like, I'd call that about 15%, maybe 10%. And I'd say Jordy is a little bit better. That's probably 15 to 20%. Amy, worse tires than C-Coach, so she's not going to catch back up. But I think Jordy is having a little panic attack here up front. And C-Coach is just smelling blood in the water. So now we finally have something to watch here. We know the Supra not good out of low speed corners. Doesn't have much acceleration. But where it succeeds is right here at the end of 5th gear and in 6th gear. And high speed corners. I'm imagining through this section, the car was probably great. Now it doesn't look like it because he's on the mediums here. No, tire wear was not bad enough for me to do 27 pit stops. I just kept doing, I was in VR, and if you know anything about me driving in VR, it's not a good time. And basically every time I picked up damage, I just pit, But here we go. Last lap. Showdown. Jordy versus the Supra. No one else even close to anyone on track, so I don't even have to. They're all irrelevant right now. This is the only relevant battle. Let's go on board with the Mazda. Oh my god, Jordy is just sitting a sitting duck. His tires are screaming, but he still did a 139 last lap. 2 seconds faster than Jordy. Jordy's gonna feel the pressure. Seacrest is gonna get the dirty air though. Where is he gonna make a move if he's gonna make a move? He has to make one. It's now or never. He gets a better run out of the chicane on the softs. That's not a chicane. To the high speed section rather.
I got my VR last week. I absolutely love it.
Oh, I love the VR as well. I just am exponentially slower in it than in 2D, just because I don't ever practice with it. The only time I use VR is when I drive the Dodge Demon. Jordy parks his car on the apex. Seacrest gonna pull side by side. I don't think he's gonna get this done. Supra's too quick. He needs to pull in, try and get some speed. Oh god, it's gonna be close. He's not gonna get him. Jordy gonna hold on by the skin of his teeth. Great race from Jordy. Almost wet the bed like Pyro trying to do commentaries on time. But Seacrest falls just short. Amy's gonna come P3, gun mad. P4. Pyro. We're gonna skip over him because he doesn't do his commentaries. Otto gonna come P6. JMS and Cunning at the line after their... Oh, JMS gonna hold on. Great recovery drive from both of them. O'Leary, he's gonna come P9. And then Vidbeer, after a great start to the race, a horrible, horrible medium stint for him. That's unfortunate. Nath isn't gonna get the last lap. Nismo isn't going to get the last lap. Ruffles isn't going to get the last lap. And Kelly's not going to get the last lap. So, another race win for Jordy.
SJK won't deliver today. Get it?
So, yeah. No delivery from either of the UPS drivers as they come P9 and P16. A tough day at the track. So, that brings us to the end of this commentary. DT Seaside Reverse. I will do the Catalunya commentaries once Pyro gets his stuff together and gets his commentaries done. So, Tier 4. I want to hear you guys get on his ass. Get on him. You want your commentaries done? Get on Pyro. Tell him, hey, we want to watch. I will catch you guys later. Thank you for joining. Otto, thanks for hanging out with me.
See you in June.
See you in June. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time when we do the Barcelona Catalunya, as I think that race will be almost as boring as this one was. But again, great driving from you guys. Clean racing, very few incidents. Love to see it. So take it easy, and until next week.